Virgo, what's up? This is going to be your February 2021 and beyond, and or when you come across and resonate with this reading. This is romance, love, and relationships. Spirit of love and light, highest possible messages for Virgo. Hope you guys are doing well. Leave a comment below if this resonates. Like, share, follow on YouTube and across all social media platforms. Website link is in the description for all my stuff, all my all my tarot formatted readings and templates that I offer. If you want a one-on-one reading, all my info is on the website. We could do it by email, video chat, on-screen, off-screen, IM, text, messenger, over the phone, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Right now I'm doing an offer, 5 questions for $20 over email. So just type your questions in the email and I'll pull cards for them, type out my responses. What else? If you know anyone that would like a reading, send them my way. If you think that they'll be into my style and or into my daily content, my daily free content, send them to my YouTube or Instagram. And yeah, holler at your boy. Love hearing from you guys. Love interacting with you guys. Leave a comment if you have any questions about the reading, or maybe just thought something was funny in the reading. I always love to open up the YouTube and see any interaction. So without further ado, we will jump right into it. Spirit of love and light, highest possible messages for Virgo. Love, romance, and relationship. Okay. Happiness on deck here. Happiness on fleek. This is the bliss and harmony card here, Virgo. I do not see anything bad about this. That is a beautiful card to have come out first and foremost. This is the Pisces reality creating energy. I'm getting like a mirrors reflection type, phraseology that I'm wanting to mention when I see this. It's almost as if, happiness is in the eye of the beholder, right? If you're putting happiness as your overall priority, if you're, these people are ecstatic. They're in a celebration mode, right? They're just grateful and thankful for all of their 10 cups of emotion, and it's just really beautiful to see that kind of crowning your reading, kind of starting off your reading. Doesn't get any better than that, right? But we'll try. Okay, you got the Empress in reverse. This is about giving birth to a new lifestyle, okay, a standard essentially, and this is what I'm getting when I see this after the 10 of Cups. Okay, you could have reached peak levels of happiness and I want to say catharsis, where you're just really able to get cozy and into where you're at in the here and now, really able to enjoy things. You get the Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is an inner knowing, almost as if like you knew exactly what you had to do in order to get to this point. Yeah, you got a bunch of crazy good energy coming at you, Virgo. You got the 9 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. You got the Ace of Cups here. This is just, 11 cups on deck right off the bat, Virgo, in regards to relationship. This is harmony. This is bliss. This is happiness. This is emotional solace. This is peace. Okay, finally given to you from the divine, from the other side. These little markings falling out of the cup are a Jewish yod, and those are gifts from God, essentially. Many blessings, the rainbow, the sign of, unity and harmony as well on the 10 of Cups. If you've been going through a period of, struggling finances, look to, finally have reached that goal of financial freedom and independence here with that 9 of Pentacles. The golden background is symbolic of a gift from the cosmos, gifts from the universe, essentially. The hawk hair that she has on her hand is symbolic of freedom. Okay, the little snail hair is the time that it took to kind of cultivate all of this wealth and abundance. Okay, externally anyways, the wealth and abundance is, a path that's beyond space and time. It's achieved internally, right? It's a frequency, it's a mode that you're in. So the fastest way there is to turn within and kind of how does abundance feel? How does, being worthy of being successful feel. It feels awesome and amazing. And when you're kind of resonating in these high vibe frequencies of gratitude and joy and enjoyment, and just kind of looking and feeling like $1,000,000, and this is the energy that you're rewarded with, okay, on all fronts. Your work has definitely paid off. Not to say that, finances always reflect happiness or unity in a relationship, but in this situation, it's definitely done so. This is a new way of life, a new standard. Knowing, not settling, is what I'm getting, Virgo. Knowing that, you knew what you were capable of achieving. And I feel that, the door is open and you're walking into it and you're enjoying it here and now. Okay, and so just a vibe check, if you aren't enjoying it here and now, then by all means, jump in. The water's fun. It's like jumping into a pool party, okay? It's like you can't wait to jump into this excited, happy energy. It's liberation, okay? I'm getting like a lot of liberty here with this Ace of Cups next to this Nine of Pentacles here. Okay. Very beautiful. Very beautiful energy. Spirit, any messages for Virgo love, relationship, romance? Definitely the money affects the honey, right? So you can't tell me that the money does not affect the relationship. It does indeed. You want to be able to do nice things, go to nice places. Spirit of love and light, highest possible messages for Virgo love, romance, and relationship. Okay, Page of Swords in the reverse, coming out of objectionable energy. Very cool, very cool. This is a young novice energy, as opposed to the mastery of the Ten of Swords, or excuse me, the King of Swords in the reverse. I can also read the King of Swords as the Queen of Swords in the upright. Maybe in the past having been a little trigger happy, a little bit too Virgo, Libra energy, very analytical, trying to make sure that the scales are fair and balanced along the way. Ultimately having to relinquish any of this to the divine, okay? And because you have relinquished, you are rewarded with the Ten of Cups. A lot of the times, though, being asked to put down the sword of logic and reason that you've kind of wielded your entire life, hence the Empress in the reverse, right? Hence having to go through labor to give birth to the spiritual truth, okay, of trading resentment or what you think is not fair for gratitude and trust and ease and faith and going with the flow of things, okay, harmonizing with things. That old Newtonian model of, hey, things aren't fair externally, so let me resonate at that same energy and be resentful. Okay, let me let that external energy give me a feeling, get a reaction out of me. Whereas at the end of the day, if you're just happy, whole, and complete, as you know that you are, again with that Knight of Swords, that both double-edged sword of inner knowing, and yet still wanting to extend this inner knowing with logic and reason, that inner knowing of when you do let go and relinquish by the name of faith and trust, then you can tap into happiness and harmony and bliss. Which can seem like unfamiliar territory to most of us, okay? So something to really kind of resonate with, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you're choosing to feel good and look good and be inspired and be happy and be motivated, then that's it. Then that's your life, whether you're in a relationship or not. And who's to say that if a relationship lasts, what have you, at least you could say that in that relationship, I resonated at, happiness and fun and harmony. The Lovers card in the reverse could be coming out of a karmic relationship situation. Maybe something that had the potential of being a twin flame relationship, but neither of the souls could have relinquished their ego, their own egoic structure, their own King of Swords in the reverse here. Okay? What's a king to a god, right? So, knowing and trusting that there is a higher order, that there is a higher power, I think helps you kind of keep that spiritual vulnerability, that spiritual, beatitude, that blessed state of grace between two souls that are supposed to help transform each other. Okay, because this Ten of Cups seems to be the external reflection, whereas this seems to be the internal reflection. So making sure that how you're resonating externally is resonating internally as much as possible seems to be key here on whether if you are in a relationship, if it lasts or not. Okay. I turned that Lovers card in the upright because I feel truly in my heart that there's nothing that can't be kind of worked on and salvaged. Granted that both sides of the coin are complying and willing and mutual about their decision. But if it's squabbling over mere ego, I do see this coming out of this objectionable energy having given birth to this new standard here. Specifically with these three cards, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, more on this, Spirit. Love and light, highest possible messages. For Virgo, yes, King of Cups. Okay, so this is the primordial emotion which precedes the thinking, right? And or that now we understand as the thinking conjures up. I say precedes because a lot of the times we understand a future encounter and interaction with somebody based on our previous emotional state towards them, where we last left off, and we can revise that, we can reconstruct that, but it will take a lot of kind of manual work in processing and understanding our own kind of internal emotions, where they spring from. Do they spring from control mechanisms? Do they spring from what have you, this, that, and the third? King of Cups in the upright comes across as emotional maturity as well in this situation, whereas one can take their ball and go home. I think the King of Cups is kind of showing real mastery and leadership if this is you and you're part of the relationship, Virgo, that I'm speaking to. Typically this is Scorpio, Libra energy, but it can apply to you obviously since this is your reading. I should mention that this Nine of Pentacles is the Virgo card. Okay, so I think your finances getting on point will also lead to more happiness and bounty of abundance here. And I do see your finances getting on point, Virgo, as you're showing up in your own deck. Spirit of love and light, showing up in your own reading, I should say, to be specific. It's my Virgo rising. Okay, Queen of Cups here. So yeah, someone is turning cold to the situation. That's a Cancerian Gemini. I think a lot of this is just making sure that you are on the same page, and how do you turn warm to a situation, and is this realistic? Is it consistent? Where am I at? What are my pure intentions? Where's my heart at? Okay, I think that's a lot of what this dissonance is between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups is. For any advice on the King and the Queen of Cups, any other dissonance, because the King of Cups is looking to be happy, but internally the Queen of Cups is more so resonating at this, I think, this Lover's card in reverse energy. Spirit, can you speak to that? What we can mend here, what we can do for the Queen of Cups. Can she change her perspective? Can she change her heart? Can she let go and let God? Okay, this card wants to pop out. there's a Fool card jumping in the other direction. So yeah, I mean, maybe she you know, there may be a situation of someone having to let go in this relationship. Okay, whether it's letting go of the relationship entirely versus letting go of some aspects of control in this relationship. Okay, Spirit, can you clarify anything else with this Fool card? This is a brand new beginning. This is cleaning the slate clean, wiping away of the past. Okay, knowing that the future is so bright with that golden background. Again, more gifts and gifts. Okay, yeah, there was this, you know, unwillingness to being receptive. Okay, but notice, you know, this person's heart is being blocked, right? Or at least somewhat covered and protected, whereas the Fool card is just his heart is open. So I'm getting that when you kind of start to look at things, again, not so much in this kind of old school Newtonian King of Swords, you know, letter of the law, but more so by this like harmonic heart chakra frequency, where you do open your heart and it is unconditional. Okay, I feel like this Ace of Cups is kind of this unconditional holy grail as well. This cup of unconditional solace, this quantum emotional solace. I say quantum because it's a frequency, you know, as all of these cards are. This financially independent and free starts from a state of freedom and independence internally. This Ten of Cups in the upright is harmony and bliss internally. This Fool card is being happy and excited about the beginning of your life, which is now. And that happens when you let go of the past, and that happens when you do see things as, you know, is this the end or the beginning? And, you know, as the great Tony Robbins once said, you know, you have a choice to decide at any moment, is this the end or just the beginning? And Virgo, I honestly believe that if you decide that this is just the beginning, then, you know, you will act as if, and you will be invigorated with that excitement. Okay? But again, it starts from kind of unprogramming that emotional charge of what you think you can expect. And that starts by showing up different and expecting more out of yourself, and or simply, you know, working on that personality of yours. Okay, whether it's your mood, whether it's, you know, setting yourself up for blocks and objectionable energy. Okay, because yeah, the Fool card is jumping towards structure, believe it or not, which is quite interesting. This is the marriage card as well, so keep in mind. Spirit, anything else for Virgo? Yes, coming out of the Devil, which is also a frequency, leaving this you know, toxic, could be mental bond, mental emotional bond. Interesting, I usually read the Lovers in reverse as the Devil. But to see that, you know, you're coming out of the Devil card, I could, you know, read this as the Lovers in reverse now. So, meaning the Lovers in the upright. So, very salvageable. There will be, you know, a needing to kind of open up to this emotional offer, right? And seeing the bigger picture that, hey, look, this might be the person. Or you might have the opportunity for something new that could lead to marriage, but you will have to, you know, kind of straighten yourself up and, you know, focus on the bigger picture, focus on the blessing aspect of it, as opposed to this, you know, old school Newtonian way of, you know, kind of closing yourself off. Because anytime you give power over something externally for you to close your heart off internally, well, guess what? You're just punishing yourself. So you might as well be happy, whole, complete, excited, fulfilled. Okay, all of that stuff comes from internally anyways. Okay, the idea that something externally could make me feel something internally, that's all illusion. And all of that comes from giving your power away. So, I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. Leave a comment below if this resonated. Feel free to like, share, follow. Holler at your boy for a one-on-one reading. Love you guys lots. Peace.